All right, this is the final question. This is, what is it? Question 3E. This is 3E part 2. So 3E part 2 from the 2016 NCEA Algebra final. So let's just go through this and see if we can land in the right place. So it says the length of bridge AB is 60. And it says the outside cables are also parabolic. So this would form, if it kept on going, it would go like that basically. And same on the other side. And touch the road, their vertices A and B. So this is the vertex, which means it must be symmetrical around this point here, yeah? All right. It says find the distance CD. So we already know this distance here because we were told that this one, in fact, I've got this here. In fact, here we go, this one here, you'll recognize. This was 10, and y, of course, was 6. So this was 10, 6, this bit here. That's 10, 6. And it says between the two parabolas at a height of 6 meters. So we knew that's 6 meters. This is also 6 meters. So it's something along, which we do not know, 6. We're going to find the x value of that. Above the road, the distance CD. So we're going to find the distance, not just x value here, but we're going to find the distance between the two of them. So the first job, I would say, is to find this parabola here. And we already know this point here. We said this was 20 along, and therefore this point was 20, 15, as per the last question. So let's go ahead, and this time we're going to find the equation of this parabola here using this point here. So the equation of the parabola, use the general formula, is going to be a x minus b all squared plus c. Let's see what we know. We know it's moved along a fair bit. In fact, we know that this here, well, that's 60, and this is the central bit here. This is going to be 30 along. So that bit must be 30 along and a 0 up. So we know that point there. So c, of course, is how far along it's moved. Oh, sorry, how far up it's moved. Well, it's moved 0 up, yeah? B is how far along it's moved. It's moved 30 along, so it's going to be x minus 30 all squared. And, of course, y is equal to a, lots of all that. Well, let's now populate this with the x and the y coordinate. So I've got my x coordinate here. That's what I'm going to use. I'm going to use the 15. Sorry, you can't see that. I'm using 20 for x and 15 for y. So y is 15 is equal to a 20 minus 30 all squared plus 0. I'm going to leave that out. 20 minus 30 is negative 10. Negative 10 squared is 100. So it's going to be 15 is equal to 100a. And if I divide this by 100, divide this one by 100, well, I'm going to get, it's going to be divided by 5, it would be a 3. So a is going to equal a 3, yeah? So a 3 over 100. There it is. So having got that, that's my a value. So let's now go ahead and find the equation. So y is equal to 3 over 100 times, and we've got x minus 30. I'm just going to go x minus 30 all squared, and that's really all there is to it, except that we know that the height is 6. So now I can say, well, we know the height's 6. We've just got to solve for x. So I'm going to restate this as 6 is equal to 3 on 100, x minus 30 all squared. All right, so let's have a look. Oh, sorry, 3 on, well, that's not 3 on 100, it's 3 on 20. Yeah, divide that by 5, divide by 5, divide by 5. This is 20, yeah? So this is going to be 20. 100 divided by 5 is 20. 100 divided by 5 is 20. I'm so sorry. So let's just change that up. There it is. That was a good thing to catch at that point. You wouldn't want to go too much further with that. Otherwise, you'd be wondering what on earth you're doing and how it didn't seem to be, well, the answer was way off the map or something. All right, so that's all good. So, but I don't like the 20. Let's get rid of the 20. So to get rid of the 20, I'm going to multiply everything by 20. So 6 times 20, well, that's going to be 120 is equal to 3 times 20 over 20 all times x minus 30 all squared. So 20 divided by 20 leaves me with a 3. 120 is equal to 3 lots of x minus 30 all squared. I'm going to divide everything by 3 as well. I don't want that here either. Right. 3 goes into 120. That's going to get me a 40. 40 is equal to x minus 30 all squared. All right, so let's turn this into a quadratic and solve, making it equal to 0. So I'm going to have x minus 30, x minus 30 equals 40. There it is. X times x is x squared. 30 times 30 is 900. And negative 30 and another negative 30 is negative 60x. Plus my 900 is equal to 40, but I'm going to subtract 40 from both sides. There it is. So now I've got my equation. Here it is. I'm going to write it up here. My equation is going to be, this is what I'm going to solve, is x squared minus 60x plus 900 minus 40. Of course, that equals 0. So 900 minus 40 is 680. Sorry, 860. 680, 860. So x squared is equal to 60x plus 860 is equal to 0. Now, well, the question is 6 a factor of 86? And the answer is no, it's not. So there's nothing I can just factorize this easily into 2 brackets with integers in there. Or that's not going to work. So let's instead use the quadratic equation. And I'm actually going to cheat here. You can use the quadratic equation. You know how to do that. But I'm going to cheat. Now, you would not do this in the exam. You would actually go ahead and solve for this. But what I'm going to do is, let's have a look. I am going to use the solver on the Casio calculator. And so we're going to get, so the coefficients here are 1, negative 60, and 860. Here we go. 1, negative 60, and positive 860. There they are. And solving it, we get 36.324. So I'm going to write this down. So either x is equal to 36.32455. 32455, or x is equal to 23 let's go to the next one. What was it? 23. Here we go. 23.675 444. Here we go. All right, so we'll just go with that. Now, what do those two numbers represent? So this number here is 2020. That number there is the 23.675. Well, let's do a 3DP. This one over here, the 36.32455, that one represents how far this is away at this side here. So this one here, if there's a number over here, because it's going to appear over here, that would be a whole bunch. Oh, no, wait. It's not at all. No, I lie. It's not that. I'm reading it the wrong way. That one would be the one over here. So that would be, because that's 30, and so this one here, the value here would be, that would be a long, x value would be 36.234 ... Okay, so this one here is 23.675. Now, so the question really is, how far is it from here, which was 10, to 23.675? And the answer is, so distance, we'll say, is equal to 23.675 minus 10, which is going to be a rather nice 13.675 meters. So this distance here, this is from here to here, that distance there is going to be 13.675 meters. And hopefully that makes sense.